We are all asking the exact same question right now. Which of our jobs will actually survive the rise of AI? Because people are worried about their futures, governments around the world are giving students a very specific set of instructions. They are pushing young people to study STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Some countries have even tried to adjust university fees to force this outcome, making humanities degrees more expensive just to steer students toward tech and science. On paper, this advice makes sense. For decades, industries like manufacturing and engineering have driven massive economic growth across Asia. Following those paths looks like a guaranteed safe bet. But right now, major global tech companies are actually cutting tens of thousands of software and programming jobs. These highly skilled tech workers are facing a strange reality. In some cases, AI can already write the code they were hired to write. In other cases, companies are laying them off simply to free up the cash needed to buy more AI servers. If the people writing computer code aren't safe from computers, then pushing every student to study tech might be sending them right into a trap. To figure out what careers are actually secure, you can use something called the robot test. It is a simple rule. If a job only requires processing data, AI will eventually take it. But if the job requires human emotion, it is safe. This brings us to our first highly secure career path, healthcare and the caring professions. A robot might be perfectly capable of reading a medical chart or dispensing the correct medicine, but when a patient is sitting in a hospital bed feeling terrified, a machine cannot hold their hand and provide genuine comfort. The second major area that passes the test is creative media and communication. Think of roles like hosting a podcast or reporting as a journalist. You might see AI churning out basic articles or quickly translating text today, but it doesn't have lived experience. It has no intuition to read between the lines in an interview, and it certainly does not understand genuine humor. When a job is built on empathy and shared experiences, a machine falls short. It can never simulate what it means to actually live a human life. These safe roles all rely on one specific human trait: emotional intelligence, or EQ. This is your ability to walk into a room, instantly understand how people are feeling, and navigate those relationships. This makes subjects like the humanities and social sciences surprisingly resilient. Analyzing complex human behavior requires specialized human judgment. You cannot solve a social crisis with a math equation. Whether guiding a classroom full of distracted students or counseling someone through a difficult life event, you rely entirely on that emotional intelligence. There is one final category of work that easily passes the robot test: specialized, hands-on physical labor. The real world is incredibly messy. Right now, humanoid robots are simply not advanced enough to navigate a cluttered room or handle delicate, unpredictable physical repairs without making mistakes. If your work demands physical adaptability, or if it requires emotional intelligence to connect with others, you have a profile that AI cannot copy anytime soon. We do have to be realistic here. Technology is constantly growing and changing, which means no single job title is entirely immune forever. So instead of stressing over picking the absolute perfect university degree, it helps to focus on building a toolkit of future-ready skills that you can carry alongside whatever you choose to study. There are 4 critical skills you can bring to any career: clear communication, digital literacy, creative problem-solving, and a willingness to continuously learn. Even if you do choose a highly technical field, the goal is no longer to compete against AI. The goal is to figure out how to use AI as an everyday tool to make your own work better. Governments will likely keep pushing young people toward technology degrees, but instead of blindly following those mandates, students should look at paths that match their unique strengths. Because in a future filled with artificial intelligence, your humanity is your most valuable career skill.